On October 29, 2024, Hollywood lost one of its brightest lights. Teri Garr, the actress who made us laugh, cry, and believe in the magic of movies, passed away at 79. From her early days dancing in the background of Elvis Presley movies to becoming an Oscar-nominated powerhouse, her journey was the stuff Hollywood dreams are made of. She wasn't just talented, she was magnetic. In films like Young Frankenstein and Tootsie, Garr had this way of making you feel like she wasn't acting at all. Like you were watching a friend navigate life with humor and heart. She made every role unforgettable, bringing warmth and impeccable timing to every performance. But behind the laughter and the applause, Teri Garr was quietly fighting a battle most of us never saw. For 20 years, she lived with multiple sclerosis, a fight she faced with the same humor and resilience that defined her career. Even when life threw its hardest challenges her way, she met them head-on, proving that her strength went far beyond the screen. Born into showbiz. Teri Garr was practically born with showbiz in her veins. From the moment she entered the world, it seemed her life was destined for the spotlight. Her father, Eddie Garr, was a vaudeville comedian who could light up a stage with his wit and charm, while her mother, Phyllis Lind, had graced audiences as one of the very first Rockettes at Radio City Music Hall, a true emblem of grace and precision. Surrounded by the glitter of the entertainment world, Teri's upbringing may have seemed glamorous, but it wasn't without its struggles. When her father passed away suddenly, she was only 11 years old. The family faced significant financial hardships, and the sparkle of showbiz was dimmed by the weight of everyday survival. Yet even in those challenging times, Teri found solace and purpose in dance. Starting at the tender age of 6, she trained with unrelenting dedication, often spending hours in the studio until her feet were raw and aching. Whether it meant taking long bus rides across Los Angeles to attend the best dance schools or simply practicing until perfection, young Teri displayed a drive that would later become a defining trait of her illustrious career. Her passion and perseverance paid off. By the time she was 14, Teri's talent had earned her spots in both the San Francisco and Los Angeles ballet companies. A remarkable achievement for someone so young. While most teenagers were navigating high school halls, Teri was already laying the foundation for a future that would take her from the quiet discipline of the dance floor to the dazzling chaos of the silver screen. Early Hollywood years. Teri Garr's Hollywood story wasn't one of instant fame but a testament to grit, determination, and an unshakable work ethic. By 1963, she had already begun carving a niche for herself in the entertainment world, appearing in the background of several Elvis Presley musicals. Her resume boasted 9 of the King's productions, including the timeless Viva Las Vegas. While most would dismiss these roles as insignificant, Teri saw them as opportunities to study the intricacies of filmmaking. She observed how scenes were crafted, how stars carried themselves on set, and how the smallest details could elevate a performance. For Teri, even the most modest role was a stepping stone to something greater. Her tenacity and resourcefulness shone during a career-defining moment, her audition for West Side Story in Los Angeles. After being initially rejected, Teri didn't let the setback deter her. Instead, she returned the very next day in different clothes, carrying herself with renewed confidence. As if to say, "Look again, you missed something." Her boldness paid off when she won a spot in the road company of the production at just 16 years old. It was a triumph not just of talent but of sheer willpower, marking a significant shift in her career from a background dancer to an aspiring actress with her sights set on more prominent roles. The 1960s became a proving ground for Teri's versatility. While continuing to dance on popular music shows like Shindig, she also began accumulating small speaking roles in television series. Appearances on iconic shows such as Batman, Star Trek, and Dr. Kildare allowed her to experiment with different characters and refine her screen presence. These roles may have been brief, but they were significant. Each appearance taught her something new: how to land a line with impact, how to inject charm into a scene, and how to connect with an audience in just a few moments of screen time. These early years were not without their challenges. As she juggled auditions, classes, and minor roles, Teri remained grounded by a practical mindset. She approached every opportunity, no matter how small, as a chance to learn and grow. Her ability to persevere through the grind of Hollywood, combined with her growing confidence, transformed her into a performer whose quirky humor and natural charisma began to shine through. By the end of the decade, Teri Garr had built a foundation on which her future career would stand. She was no longer just a dancer in the background or a fleeting presence in a TV episode. Instead, she was a rising talent, steadily building a reputation for her wit, charm, and willingness to put in the work necessary to leave a lasting impression. It was this combination of determination, resourcefulness, and raw talent that set the stage for her ascent into Hollywood's upper echelon. A breakthrough. The year 1974 became a watershed moment for Teri Garr, catapulting her into the limelight as a multifaceted performer capable of blending dramatic depth with comedic brilliance. Her big break came when renowned filmmaker Francis Ford Coppola cast her in The Conversation. In the suspenseful thriller, Teri played a mysterious woman entangled in a labyrinth of surveillance and paranoia. Although her role was brief, her nuanced performance left a lasting impression. She balanced a quiet vulnerability with an undercurrent of humor, proving she could hold her own in a serious drama alongside Hollywood heavyweights like Gene Hackman. The film not only cemented her reputation as a capable dramatic actress, but also caught the attention of key players in the industry. Later that same year, her career took a decidedly comedic turn when the legendary Mel Brooks cast her in Young Frankenstein. As Inga, the vivacious laboratory assistant with an exaggerated German accent, Teri delivered a performance that has since become iconic. With impeccable comic timing and an infectious energy, she brought a unique charm to the role, transforming what could have been a stereotypical character into an integral part of the film's magic. Inga wasn't just a sidekick. One critic noted, Garr infused her with a sense of innocence and humor that perfectly offset Gene Wilder's frenetic portrayal of Dr. Frankenstein. Together, they created a comedic rhythm that still resonates with audiences decades later. Teri's dedication to the role extended beyond the screen. She spent weeks perfecting her accent, making sure it was exaggerated enough to draw laughs without feeling forced. This meticulous attention to detail, combined with her natural charisma, elevated her scenes into some of the film's most memorable moments. Young Frankenstein became a runaway success, and Teri Garr's performance was widely celebrated. Audiences adored her, critics took notice, and the film cemented her status as one of Hollywood's most promising comedic actresses. It was a rare feat to shine so brightly in a movie brimming with over-the-top performances. But Teri's ability to strike a balance between the absurd and the authentic set her apart. This double success in drama and comedy was no accident. It was the result of years spent honing her craft, learning the intricacies of both genres, and seizing every opportunity to prove her versatility. By the end of 1974, Teri Garr wasn't just a rising star, she was a force to be reckoned with. Ready to take her place among Hollywood's elite. Rising to stardom. By the late 1970s, Teri Garr was steadily ascending Hollywood's ranks, and her talent for blending heartfelt emotion with subtle humor had not gone unnoticed. Steven Spielberg, always one to recognize untapped potential, cast her in Close Encounters of the Third Kind in 1977. In the sci-fi epic, Teri played Ronnie Neary, the wife of Richard Dreyfuss's Roy Neary, a man consumed by his obsession with extraterrestrial contact. Teri's portrayal of Ronnie was a masterclass in grounded realism amidst the film's otherworldly themes. She captured the mounting frustration and confusion of a woman watching her family unravel as her husband's obsession spiraled out of control. With a mix of exasperation and tenderness, Teri brought depth to what could have been a simple supporting role, making Ronnie's struggles relatable and authentic. Critics praised her for her ability to anchor the fantastical narrative in the everyday realities of family life. Her next major triumph came in 1982 with Sidney Pollack's Tootsie, a film that would forever solidify her status as a Hollywood powerhouse. Cast as Sandy Lester, a struggling actress navigating the brutal realities of show business and romantic entanglements, Teri delivered a performance that was equal parts hilarious and deeply human. Sandy's vulnerability was palpable, yet Teri infused the character with a resilience that made her more than just a comedic foil. Whether she was delivering a perfectly timed quip or breaking hearts with her raw emotional honesty, Teri's performance struck a chord with audiences and critics alike. The role showcased her uncanny ability to find humor in pathos and strength in fragility, a balance few actors can achieve so effortlessly. The film's success was meteoric, and Teri's performance earned her an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress. One critic noted, "Teri Garr's Sandy is the beating heart of Tootsie. She's relatable, funny, and heartbreakingly real, a perfect counterpoint to the chaos unfolding around her." Beyond the accolades, Tootsie marked a pivotal moment in Teri's career. It wasn't just a recognition of her talent, it was a celebration of her ability to make audiences laugh, cry, and cheer, often all at once. The film cemented her reputation as one of Hollywood's most versatile performers, capable of turning supporting roles into unforgettable highlights. With Close Encounters and Tootsie, Teri Garr proved she was no longer just a rising star. She was a true force in the industry, bringing warmth, wit, and depth to every role she touched. Late-night charm and enduring influence. Teri Garr's magnetism wasn't confined to the silver screen. Her vivacious personality and razor-sharp humor made her a late-night television favorite, especially on Late Night with David Letterman. Appearing on the show throughout the 1980s, Teri brought an effortless charisma to every segment, often matching or even outshining Letterman's dry wit. Her appearances were unpredictable in the best way, full of delightful banter, unexpected one-liners, and a self-deprecating humor that endeared her to audiences. For Letterman, she was more than a guest, she was a recurring highlight. Someone who could be counted on to liven up even the quietest of evenings. Whether sharing anecdotes about her Hollywood escapades or playfully teasing the host, Teri demonstrated a rare ability to connect with viewers on a personal level, making millions feel as though they were sharing a laugh with an old friend. Her impact went beyond entertainment. Renowned film critic Pauline Kael once noted that Garr had an extraordinary ability to channel neurotic energy with genuine charm, a combination that felt both groundbreaking and timeless. Teri's comedic style didn't rely on slapstick or over-the-top antics. Instead, she mastered a balance of vulnerability, strength, and wit that made her performances resonate deeply with audiences. This blend of qualities didn't just set her apart, it also set a standard. Teri became a pioneer for female comedic performers, carving out a space for nuanced, multi-dimensional roles that allowed women to be funny, flawed, and authentic. Her influence can be seen in the careers of countless comedic actresses who followed in her footsteps, from Julia Louis-Dreyfus to Tina Fey and Kristen Wiig. More than just a star, Teri Garr was a blueprint, a reminder that comedy could be smart, relatable, and heartfelt. Her enduring legacy is not just in the laughter she inspired, but in the way she redefined what it meant to be a comedic actress in Hollywood. Her wit, warmth, and resilience remain a touchstone for performers who aim to make audiences laugh and feel in equal measure. Battling MS with courage. The early signs of multiple sclerosis first made their presence felt during the filming of Tootsie in 1983. At the time, Teri Garr couldn't have anticipated the arduous journey that lay ahead. She experienced unusual fatigue and a peculiar tingling in her right foot, symptoms she initially dismissed as a byproduct of the relentless pace of Hollywood production. Yet, as days turned into months and the symptoms persisted, it became clear that something more profound was at play. For years, Garr embarked on a relentless pursuit of answers, navigating a labyrinth of medical consultations while continuing to pour her heart into her craft. The symptoms fluctuated unpredictably, creating a cycle of uncertainty that mirrored the enigmatic nature of MS itself. Despite countless visits to specialists and a myriad of diagnostic tests, a clear diagnosis eluded her grasp. The public remained unaware of her struggle until 2002 when Garr bravely chose to share her diagnosis. Her decision to go public wasn't driven by a desire for sympathy or pity. It was a testament to her indomitable spirit. Teri saw the diagnosis not as a barrier but as an opportunity to raise awareness and advocate for those facing similar challenges. Rather than retreating from the spotlight, Garr harnessed her celebrity status to ignite conversations about MS. She used her platform to shed light on the realities of the disease, dispelling myths and fostering understanding. Her advocacy work became a defining chapter of her life, demonstrating that even in the face of adversity, one could find strength to inspire and support others. Through her openness, Teri Garr empowered countless individuals living with MS to embrace resilience and continue pursuing their passions. Her journey became a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of perseverance and compassion in the face of the unknown. Advocacy and memoir. Teri Garr's dedication to raising awareness about multiple sclerosis became an integral part of her legacy, demonstrating her unwavering commitment to supporting others facing similar challenges. Her involvement with the National Multiple Sclerosis Society allowed her to use her platform not only to share her personal experience, but also to educate the public and advocate for research and resources to improve the lives of those living with the disease. In 2005, Garr took a more personal approach by publishing her memoir, Speed Bumps, Flooring It Through Hollywood. The book served as a deeply introspective journey, chronicling her early struggles with health issues and her gradual acceptance of living with MS. Through candid storytelling, Garr painted a vivid portrait of the emotional and physical challenges she encountered, while also highlighting moments of triumph and personal growth. What made Speed Bumps particularly compelling was Garr's ability to intersperse humor with honesty. Her irreverent wit and sharp observations gave readers a refreshing perspective on life's hurdles. Whether recalling moments of doubt, frustration, or celebration, Garr's voice remained authentic, offering comfort and hope to those grappling with adversity. The memoir not only shed light on her personal experiences, but also empowered others to confront their own difficulties with courage and resilience. Through her storytelling, Garr fostered a sense of community and understanding, reminding readers that even in the darkest times, there is room for laughter, empathy, and connection. Her legacy as a trailblazer extends beyond the screen, leaving an enduring impact through her advocacy and inspiring words. Final years and legacy. Teri Garr faced more challenges in her later years. In 2006, she suffered a brain aneurysm, which required intensive rehabilitation. Throughout this tough period, she remained determined and kept her signature humor intact. Despite her health struggles, Garr adapted her career to fit her changing abilities. She took on voice acting roles and made selective appearances in projects that allowed her to continue sharing her talents with her fans. Beyond her work, she found immense joy in motherhood, adopting her daughter Molly in 1993. Teri Garr's legacy is much more than her film roles. She left a lasting impact on both entertainment and advocacy. Her ability to blend vulnerability with sharp humor inspired countless performers and changed the way female comedic roles were understood in Hollywood. In her final moments, surrounded by loved ones, Garr's passing marked the end of an era in Hollywood. Yet her influence lives on through the laughter she gave and the stories she shared, a vital part of her enduring legacy. Her partnership with the National Multiple Sclerosis Society allowed her to transform her personal challenges into a platform for advocacy, education, and support. Through her efforts, she helped shine a light on the realities of living with MS, advocating for research and resources to improve the lives of others facing similar struggles. In 2005, Teri offered a more personal glimpse into her journey by publishing her memoir, Speed Bumps, Flooring It Through Hollywood. The book was a heartfelt and introspective account of her experiences, detailing her early health struggles, the challenges of navigating life with MS, and her eventual acceptance of the disease. Through candid storytelling, she invited readers into her world, sharing both the hardships and the triumphs that defined her life. What set Speed Bumps apart was Teri's unique ability to blend honesty with humor. Her sharp wit and irreverent observations gave the memoir a refreshing and uplifting tone, even as it delved into difficult subjects. Whether recounting moments of doubt, frustration, or celebration, Teri's voice remained authentic and relatable, offering readers both comfort and inspiration. The memoir resonated deeply with audiences, not just as a reflection of her personal experiences, but as a source of empowerment for others facing adversity. Teri's words fostered a sense of community, reminding readers that resilience, laughter, and connection are powerful tools in overcoming life's challenges. Beyond her performances on screen, Teri Garr's legacy shines brightly through her advocacy and storytelling. Her ability to inspire others to confront their struggles with courage and grace has left an indelible mark, ensuring that her impact extends far beyond Hollywood. Final years and legacy. Teri Garr faced significant challenges in her later years, demonstrating resilience and grace in the face of adversity. In 2006, she suffered a brain aneurysm, an event that required intensive rehabilitation and tested her strength. Yet, even during this difficult time, Teri remained steadfast, her signature humor and determination shining through. Despite her health struggles, Teri continued to find ways to connect with her audience. She adapted her career by taking on voice acting roles and selectively participating in projects that suited her changing circumstances. Her creativity and passion for storytelling remained undiminished, allowing her to share her talents with fans in new and meaningful ways. Beyond her professional life, Teri found profound joy in motherhood, adopting her daughter Molly in 1993 and embracing the role with love and devotion. Teri Garr's legacy extends far beyond her memorable film roles. She redefined female comedic performances in Hollywood, blending vulnerability with razor-sharp humor and inspiring generations of performers. Her influence on both the entertainment industry and advocacy work remains a testament to her courage and talent. Surrounded by her loved ones in her final moments, Teri's passing marked the end of an era in Hollywood. However, her spirit lives on through the laughter she brought to countless audiences and the stories she shared. Her enduring legacy is a reminder of the power of humor, resilience, and authenticity. It becomes a balancing act between transparency and the protection of sensitive information. The president is often left managing expectations while attempting to release information that can withstand scrutiny without compromising security. Decisions are weighed carefully, and sometimes compromises are necessary. Let's release some. But these in particular, they are national security secrets. In practice, navigating this landscape requires more than just the stroke of a pen. It requires strategic foresight, negotiation, and a deep understanding of the larger implications. Even with the best intentions, the process reflects the complexities of governance, where the line between openness and secrecy is constantly shifting. Ultimately, it becomes a matter of balancing the needs of the public with the need for security, ensuring that the final decisions reflect both transparency and responsibility. Trump's pledge to release the JFK files cannot be separated from the current political landscape. As he prepares to take office, this move serves a dual purpose, reinforcing his image as a champion of transparency and accountability while also addressing a deep-seated mistrust in government institutions. This approach taps into a well of public skepticism, appealing to those who believe that long-standing secrets must be revealed, regardless of the political fallout. The reaction has been divided. Supporters view it as a significant step toward fulfilling a long-standing promise, one that could potentially expose the truth behind decades of government secrecy. For them, it represents a bold effort to confront historical controversies head-on, suggesting a commitment to openness and reform. On the other hand, critics remain cautious, questioning whether the release will truly deliver new revelations or simply contribute to the proliferation of conspiracy theories with little substantiation. The involvement of key figures like Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who has previously expressed his own controversial views on public health, adds another layer of complexity to this decision. While his endorsement lends legitimacy to the release, it also intertwines historical inquiry with broader political alliances, opening the door to debates on transparency versus political agendas. The logistical challenges of declassifying these documents are immense. Determining which files can be safely released without jeopardizing national security is no small task. Trump's proposed solution, an independent commission, could prove essential in navigating these complexities. Such a body would need to balance thorough investigation with the delicate task of maintaining confidentiality when necessary. This move has the potential to reshape Trump's relationship with various political factions. Aligning himself with figures like RFK Jr., known for his outspoken stances, could lead to new alliances but also ignite tensions within the political landscape. The polarized nature of American society means that any move toward transparency will likely be met with strong opinions from both sides, further intensifying the ongoing divide. Ultimately, the release of the JFK files could be a defining moment for Trump's presidency, one that tests his ability to bridge the gap between historical openness and modern governance. What do you think? Will President Trump follow through on his pledge? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Tucker Carlson, known for never holding back when it comes to calling out the powerful, seems genuinely speechless this time. The reason? Some shocking revelations about Barack Obama, a secret that almost no one saw coming. If this is true, it could completely change how people view him. What could be so surprising that it left Tucker, who's never afraid to speak his mind, totally stunned? Stick around, what you're about to hear might just change the way you see everything. Tucker Carlson dives straight into a bold and unsettling claim. It's hard to believe we just witnessed a blatant coup unfold right before our eyes. An event that shakes the very faith in the foundational principles of democracy. The event he's referencing has left him, and many others, with serious questions about how power is transferred and whether transparency and legitimacy were upheld in the process. Carlson highlights how the reaction from Democrats and their supporters has only deepened these concerns. Rather than engaging in meaningful dialogue, they often resort to dismissive sarcasm, saying things like, "First, you said he was too senile to run for office, and now you call it a coup when they remove him." Carlson doesn't shy away from addressing the irony in this response. "Yes, both of those things are true, and I don't know what else to say to make this clearer." He counters, pointing out that doubts about the president's cognitive abilities have been mounting for years. However, he emphasizes that these concerns do not justify replacing a sitting president in a way that feels opaque or arbitrary. For Carlson, this isn't just about one administration. It's about preserving trust in the office of the presidency itself, whether someone agrees or disagrees politically. Carlson argues, such a monumental decision demands full transparency and accountability. Anything less risks undermining the very foundation of democracy. What truly unsettles Tucker Carlson isn't just the events playing out in plain sight. It's the intricate and often unseen manipulation of power behind the scenes. Carlson dives into the deeper mechanics of American politics, asserting that what the public encounters on television or hears in polished official statements is just the surface of a much larger, carefully orchestrated machine. Reflecting on Barack Obama's political trajectory, Carlson highlights how the former president represents more than just exceptional political skill. He's not just a gifted politician, he's the product of a meticulously engineered campaign backed by powerful interest groups. Carlson asserts, Obama's rapid ascent, he argues, isn't simply a story of raw talent or serendipity. Instead, it reveals the influence of an elite network capable of shaping not just careers but entire systems of governance. Carlson contends that every move and decision during Obama's rise was part of a broader strategy, not just to achieve immediate political objectives, but to control narratives, mold public opinion, and consolidate influence on a much grander scale. For Carlson, this pattern isn't unique to Obama but emblematic of how power operates in modern politics. Hidden, calculated, and often unaccountable to the very people it claims to serve. Carlson points out how effortlessly public perception can be shaped, emphasizing that much of what we see feels so natural that people rarely question it. It all seems inevitable, he observes, but when you take a closer look, the invisible hands guiding the process become impossible to ignore. Using Barack Obama's meteoric rise as an example, Carlson explores not only the former president's undeniable charisma and extraordinary speaking ability but also the deliberate system that worked behind the scenes to propel him to power. He argues that every step of Obama's journey, from his early political moves to the symbolic choices made throughout his presidency, was part of a carefully orchestrated, Long-term strategy. Carlson contends that this is more than just a tale of one man's success, it's a striking example of how powerful networks, meticulous image crafting, and media influence can shape the destiny of an entire nation. For Carlson, it's a reminder to look beyond the surface and question the forces quietly steering the course of history. While many regard Barack Obama as a beacon of hope and renewal, Tucker Carlson offers a provocative counterpoint, arguing that Obama's influence stretches far deeper than most realize. Carlson highlights the role of hidden power networks and narrative-shaping strategies in constructing a political legacy that, in his view, is far from organic. What troubles Carlson most is not merely the existence of these invisible hands, but how effortlessly they blend into the fabric of public life, making it nearly impossible for people to distinguish between genuine achievements and carefully crafted illusions. Obama's journey, he argues, was far from the grassroots success story often portrayed by the media. Barack Obama did not emerge from the grassroots as many believe. Carlson asserts, his career is not the product of mere luck or talent. It is a series of carefully orchestrated steps supported by forces unseen by the public. Carlson contends that Obama's rise, from a relatively unknown figure to the first African American president of the United States, was meticulously planned by powerful entities operating behind the scenes. This transformation, he suggests, is not just a testament to Obama's personal skills, but a demonstration of how strategically wielded influence can elevate an individual into a symbol of hope and progress while consolidating power for larger, less visible interests. For Carlson, Obama's story is not just about one man, it's a window into how political narratives are built, maintained, and used to shape the perceptions of an entire nation. One particularly striking example of this theory, according to Tucker Carlson, is Barack Obama's breakout moment at the 2004 Democratic National Convention, a pivotal event that dramatically changed the trajectory of Obama's political career. At the time, Obama was a relatively unknown state senator from Illinois, with no federal office experience and a name that most Americans had never heard. Carlson reflected on this moment, saying, "I had never heard of Barack Obama before 2004. Even though my job was to follow major political developments. And yet, with just one speech, Obama was catapulted into national stardom." Carlson questions whether this was truly coincidental. Carlson shared a vivid memory of his first encounter with Obama one evening in Boston. Just before the convention, he recalled seeing Obama walking down the street, cigarette in hand, deep in conversation with Jesse Jackson Jr., another well-known black politician. In that moment, Carlson admitted he wasn't particularly struck. He looked quite ordinary, nothing about him suggested he was a rising political star. Carlson recounted, "I wondered how someone like that could land such a prime speaking slot at a major party convention." Just days later, Obama took to the stage as the keynote speaker for Thursday night, a coveted primetime slot usually reserved for seasoned politicians with long-established reputations. Obama's speech resonated deeply with viewers, introducing him as a unifying and inspiring figure. According to Carlson, this moment wasn't just a turning point for Obama, it was the launchpad for his meteoric rise. A clear indication of how strategically placed opportunities can propel someone into the national spotlight. For Carlson, the calculated nature